Sometimes we ask why this road we choose so hard. Won't stop, we've come this far. Life is what you make it, but I still try and pray for better days. That God will bless my ways. Life is what you make it.
Lorraine.
Keep pushing. Life is what you make it. Here we go again. Day in, day out, struggling. Clocking my time till I'm over with.
It's a travel day. We love travel days. We've gotten our park. We're waiting on the bus. They said the bus will be here in about the shuttle. We're waiting on the shuttle. Be here in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes for the shuttle.
Good morning.
So, take that fancy phone and that little that I just gave you. Take a picture of it. Just in case you sample too many mimosas this morning, you will be able to locate your car when you get back. Travel time to the airport should be less than 5 minutes. So let's kick back and relax. And away we go.
Hey, that's right.
Party bus.
Yeah. Can you go around Atlanta?
Y'all gotta go. I gotta get you to the airport so we can start these good memories on this weekend.
Yes. Yes.
This train is departing.
Good morning. Alamo.
I'm Bobby. How you doing?
We are headed to San Antonio, Texas for the weekend. Nice little weekend getaway. Y'all, we had some action over here in the airport. These folks about to gang up on this flight agent over here. She closed the gate. She closed the door, and people had not got on the flight yet. I was just sitting here. I'm just sitting here looking, being nosy. Y'all, there's so much action going on with this flight thing over here. People coming up at the last minute, trying to get on the plane. I don't know why people come at the last minute. Do you all come at the last minute to try to get on the flight? Like, our flight leave at 8:20. And it's 7:02. We already at our gate. We try to be early. Normally we'll go sit in the lounge. We'll go sit in the Delta Sky Club sometime, but we're just sitting here right now.
They're still coming up.
Yeah, they still coming up.
Look at the action.
They still coming up, y'all. Let me show you this. All those people are still waiting to get on, and she's already closed the door
She probably went to count the seats.
to see whether anything left. She could tell that from the computer. She knows. But the flight is still here, and they haven't moved back. Let me see, can I show you? So, anyway, just a little action before we get to Texas. It's going to be a good day, and it's going to be a good weekend. We excited. We're excited about Texas.
Yeah.
Bob being silly this morning. He took a silly pill. Anyway.
Something else.
Bob lived in Texas for a little while because y'all know he's a military brat, and his dad was stationed in Texas.
Fort Bliss.
Fort Bliss. Oh, excuse me. He was in Fort Bliss. El Paso. My first time going to Texas.
Where's the camera? Where's the camera?
Guys, we're in Texas, San Antonio, and we are out here walking. We're headed to the Alamo. We were going to Uber over, but she said it's like a 15-minute walk, and everybody was leaving out of the hotel was walking, so we were like, okay, we can walk too. So we're walking.
Always look to you for a warm embrace that kept me safe and free from harm. These days, everything's changed. Pull me through my darkest days, a constant phase where everything's a game. Always stuck in the day. And I know you needed me to come back home, but I'm not gone, and you gotta find a way to move on. 'Cause the times are changing, the past is rearranging itself to fit the way that you feel, and you know I'll always find my way back home to you, home to you.
While we're walking, we stumble across a museum, and it's a free museum. It's called the Briscoe Museum, and it shares the story of Western heritage and the people behind that story. We didn't have an opportunity really to go on the inside of the museum, but we did tour the courtyard. As you can see right now, we're just looking around the courtyard, hanging out. You know, we did get to see the exhibitions that they have out there. The museum does have a store located on the inside, and they offer guided tours. And the best part is that it's located right along the San Antonio River Walk.
In time, I know you'll do the same. The end is near, it'll be crystal clear. And I know you needed me to come back home, but I'm not gone, and you gotta find a way to move on.
We've made it to the Alamo.
The past is rearranged itself to fit the way that you feel, and you know I'll always find my way back home to you, home to you.
So the Alamo is like right in the center of downtown San Antonio, and they have a church back there. The guy just told me that we paid for the entire package. We have an audio tour versus the group tour, so we can just tour at our own pace. School is out in Texas, or they're on a field trip. Field trip or school is out, one of them. But anyway, so we paid for the audio tour, the audio guide, so we're doing a self-guide on our own. So this right here is our audio, and whatever number we're at, you press this you press the number, and you'll get the information on about what's going on over here. So they said that the Alamo was much larger than what people think it was. It was spread out over like 4.5 acres, and it was protected on all sides by a thick wall.
a cannon. It's called an 18-pounder. Was facing the church about 5 blocks away from the Alamo. That's where the Mexican army was set up. They sent a message for the people in the Alamo to surrender. The Alamo fired one shot, which is an 18-pound cannon. And in response to them being asked to surrender, and the Mexican army said they raised the red flag of the church, which means no quarters, which means they were not going to take any prisoners inside the Alamo.
Yeah, we came on a day. It's a field trip. We're missing stuff because there's all these kids here. All these kids. It's a field trip going on, and we can barely move. And yeah, so we missed the show because there was just so many kids we couldn't get up here. So that's the little tip. If you're traveling, make sure that there's no field trips going on with the kids, because it's a ton of them here. They're everywhere. They're running wild. They're being kids. That's what kids do.
This is the Alamo Church. There are only 2 remaining buildings in the original Alamo compound: the Alamo Church and the Long Barracks. You can visit the Long Barracks as well. But the Alamo refers to the 4.5-acre compound that surrounds the Alamo Church. That is the Alamo. That is where the fighting took place, out there. Very little, if any, fighting took place in the church. Colonel Travis, author of the Victory or Death Letter, on the north wall. Colonel Bowie, famous for the Bowie knife, on the west wall. A.D. Crockett and the Tennessee Volunteers, who wreaked havoc on the Mexican soldiers, on the south wall. That's where the fighting took place, out there. In the church, after the 90-minute battle that took place out there on March 6, 1836, the last of the defenders, about 15 of them, ran into the church with hundreds of Mexican soldiers right behind them. They were captured in here, taken back out into the plaza, where President General Santa Anna was waiting. He looked at them, looked at his soldiers, and he gave the order, kill them all. And they were all executed. Before that famous battle, this compound was a practicing church. It was known as San Antonio de Valero, the Mission. It was the first of 5 Spanish missions built along the San Antonio River. In 1803, the Spanish army would come up here to the 4.5-acre mission with orders to fortify it and change the name. They completed the fortification. That fortification, you all can see it. It's underneath the glass at the very front of the church. Stop by, take a look at it. Once they completed the fortification, they changed the name from San Antonio de Valero, the Mission, to the Alamo, the fort.
There were over 200 men who gave their lives at the Battle of the Alamo. However, the most iconic figure that we recognize is David Crockett. He was from Tennessee, and he also served in the U.S. House of Representatives.
While recovering the small arms, we're going to begin with a rifled weapon of this time, which is what Ms. Smith and Mr. McMahon are holding. Okay, these are civilian hunting rifles. Okay, so these are hunting firearms. You see a lot of these out here on the frontier at that time. This would be the type of firearm Colonel Crockett would have had with him. Men coming from Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia that are coming to help in this war, and men living out here because it is a hunting firearm.
That's for like bird eyes.
You didn't say.
They got red boxes. That's so people
Oh.
drop them in.
Are you ready so we can go eat? Let's go get that taco. And then we can go to HEB tonight and get that pizza. Yeah, we at Henry's Puffy Tacos now. Let me see. I think I want those Puffy Tacos. It's my puffy taco. That's good. It's really good. It's good. It's different.
Average. It was average at most. Yeah. It's a little disappointing, but.
See, what I would have recommended you was this pizza place at that HEB. They sell hot pizza.
We went in the room for a minute, but we back out. We're actually across the street from an HEB. So we're walking in the HEB to check them out. See what's going on up in here. Okay guys, we're ready to end this video for today because we are tired. We have been out in these Texas streets ever since we got off the flight. We've had a really good day. So I'm gonna pick this back up tomorrow when we'll be at the Riverwalk all day and we have some other fun things planned. But yeah, so we just came back from HEB. We got a pizza. I'm gonna show you the pizza that we're about to eat. We got some water for the night. Got some snacks. I don't know whether we're gonna be able to eat those snacks, but if not, they go back in our luggage because they're going back home with us. But okay, so I will see you all in the morning. Thank you for hanging out with us today.